Aunty Wilma, and thank you for being with us today. So first of all, we're just going to ask you to give your full name.
Aloha. Wilma Gay Napua Kaopuiki-Heen is my name, and I come from Papakolea. And I also work for Kula Nona Po'e Hawaii, our nonprofit up here in Papakolea, serving our community.
Awesome. So tell us a little about your ohana.
Oh, my ohana. I have 6 children, 2 step and 2 hanai. About 20 grandchildren.
Wow.
And 2 great-grand and 1 more on the way.
Congratulations. That's
yes, thank you.
So as you know, we're having this little segment on breast cancer awareness, and we're honoring our breast cancer survivors. And you are one of them. Thank you so much for allowing us to talk to you and to share your story. When were you diagnosed with breast cancer?
I was diagnosed in 2009.
What was your diagnosis?
Stage 3 breast cancer.
So we all understand this must have been a really hard time for you. How were you able to tell your family?
I actually don't really remember how I told them, but I did mention to my husband when I one day that, oh, I feel a lump, and he had told me, I think you better go have it checked. So went into the doctors, yes, got checked, and it was all positive, you know. We did all the tests and everything came back positive. So that's when I told the kids, and of course everybody was in shock and scared, including myself. Yeah, so that's basically about how I went about telling, the kids and my husband.
What were some things that helped you and your ohana to get through this?
Well, you know, everybody was busy. My children had to work. We just stayed in touch. You know, they would call me, check on me. I had a cousin who is a stay-at-home mom. She's been a stay-at-home mom for years. And so, she's a cousin, a sister, a best friend, everything. So when I let her know, she was my #1 support. She took me to all my appointments because my husband had to work, family was, and my children had their own children to tend to. So yeah, it was having my cousin there most of the time, and she was my biggest support. She took me to all my appointments, accompanied me, dropped me off for my therapies, and yeah, so.
That is so beautiful to have someone to take you to your appointments and to be there. Your cousin is amazing.
Yeah, she really is.
So you talked a little about what led you to get screened. You let your husband know that you felt a lump, and he encouraged you to go to the doctors. Did you have any doubts in going to get screened by your physician? And then what helped you to overcome those doubts?
No, not really, no doubts, because my family, I have twin cousins about a year older than I am. And a few years before I got diagnosed, they were both, one was diagnosed. So, and then my auntie, my mom's sister, was diagnosed. So I was like, no, I got to do this. So it was something that had to be done. I could not deny it. It was like, you got to go get checked because it's in the family already. And then when I did get diagnosed, I happened to run into another cousin from my dad's side. And she had mentioned that she had gone through breast cancer too, and not knowing that our aunties way before us, there were many of them who had breast cancer. So it runs in the family, both sides, my dad and my mom.
So knowing who your family is and knowing the family history of breast cancer encouraged you to make sure and go get checked.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what types of treatments did you undergo?
I had chemo, and actually I had a lumpectomy, and then I went through chemo and then radiation.
We want to send a message to our lahui, and we want to help them to understand why it's very important to be aware of breast cancer, especially within our ohana. What is your message to our lahui?
If you feel anything, please just go get checked. If just to be aware, not to be afraid, because we all need to take care of ourselves, male or female. We our health is important for our children, grandchildren, and if you do have history, more importantly, to go ahead and get screened.
Mahalo, Aunty Wilma. Such a beautiful message that will help generations and generations of our lahui to come. And thank you for your time. And we're so grateful to have you here with us today to share this message of breast cancer awareness. Mahalo.
You're welcome. My pleasure.